If you do that here, you will be bogged down. Today, Your Excellency, see the game changer in affordable housing. When you are flying to Kisumu, you will see this is not the Kisumu we used to know. And I want to thank Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. He's also a good example in management of that particular city. That is the only city with clean pavement, very clean city, small city, side of Western Kenya. And I think Anyang' Nyong'o is a very good example on our governance. Governor Paranya did it in Kakamega, where he made sure that every home, there is a tarmac leading those homes in Kakamega, Mumias, and everywhere. And I think we can do it. It's a question of making a conscious decision that we want to develop. I happen to have an office in Accra, Ghana. I have an office. I used to have an office in Sudan, Khartoum, but we moved it to Cairo because of the problems in Sudan. I have an office in Brussels, Belgium, because I'm the Vice President of the International Trade Union Confederation. I'm number 2 in the world. I have an office in New Delhi because I coordinate Asia and Africa at international level in the world of work. I have 2 offices in Geneva because I'm the President of Global Industrial Oversight on issues related to industrial relations. China, Asia started like a joke. That was Japan. They moved to South Korea. South Korea got its independence in 1957 together with Ghana. See where South Korea is and where Ghana is. And sometimes, Your Excellency, people have opposed to this. But there must be something wrong, and I want the researchers to carry it out by themselves. Maybe the DNA associated with us on this continent is a DNA pegged to poverty. Because an African would like to, if you say no, I would ask you, Professor, to show me your own personal monthly budget. An African operates without a budget. Or any plan at all. I'm saying so because if you are serious, we have our seat. Let us start with ourselves. Do you know Kenya in this region is a satellite of economic activities in this region? You know, Kenya has able manpower in both in terms of any area of management, be it hospitality, name it, manufacturing, engineering, and so on. But do you know our city has no organized public transport? What's the problem? Our city has no properly organized transport. And I can tell you here, we can mend billions in this country. See what the Egyptians did. They removed stones from the River Nile, from Aswan to Luxor, took away the crocodiles to Aswan Dam, organized that Nile, which comes from Lake Victoria, to become a big source of tourism, put their cruise ships. They attract 2 million tourists a month when we are struggling to have 1 million tourists in this country in a year. We have no cruise ship from Lamu to Kilifi to Atamu, Kilifi, Mtwapa towards to Diani South Coast, even one. You people, do you know in this country we have no 5-star hotel? A hotel stretching a kilometer. Do you know in the whole of entire Lake Victoria we have no any boat that can attract tourists? Do you know our airports are not opened up for the international airlines? People who want to go and live in Kisumu, pass up from Eastern Europe and so on. How do we attract tourists when we don't have a 5-star hotel? Those symbols, let's start with those simple things. Do you know we have the Dubai. Do you know if you go to Tana River, the whole of Tana county, the county of Tana River, we can have a modern Dubai in that particular place. Go to Wajir, Bute, you can put there another Dubai. And then issue of insecurity will not be there, and so on. I don't want to take a lot of time, but I think we need to check as per how do we attract both direct and indirect investments in this country. We have facilities. Professor, if you have a cruise ship cruising, 2 of them on Lake Victoria, and a 5-star cruise ship, and you can have an agreement between your government or this government with Swedish government, they are very good in providing those cruise ships, you will be banking $500 million daily in Kisumu. Along Lake Victoria, around there where people are just staying, people having small farms and so on, we have no a 5-star hotel in those particular places. So what I'm trying to say in another way is that let us attract people who can be able to invest in hotels industry, in hospitality industry, expand our businesses, attract both direct and direct investment, particularly in manufacturing for the purposes of export. And that is where I support Professor Chege's proposals on those areas of making sure that we are directly involved in an area that can be able to make us what we are. This country is a good country, and our president is committed, and we need to support him, because it's most of the presidents we have had are people who want to put up whatever they want to do. They consider whether they will be re-elected or whether they will not be re-elected. That is not with the current president. President is committed to making sure that this country forges ahead without whether he will be re-elected, whether he will not be elected, and so on. So I want you people to use this opportunity and to have our Chamber of Commerce supported to make sure that it joins other chambers of commerce and see what they are doing there, invite those people who would like to invest in this country to come and invest in Kenya and create wealth for our people. But that paper to make this country be a first nation is a wonderful paper if it is really put into practice and implemented as it is being proposed for us now. Next time when we have such a gathering, I think we should be reporting on where we want to go and where we are coming from. We have taken a lot of time in this country politicking. We have taken a lot of, and I don't want to go and sit down there before I remind you people that those people who are willing to develop, let them be given support. I have seen what our brothers from Somali community have done in South Sea, in Italy. This has changed the face of that particular place. And this is because of honesty and integrity that they practice amongst themselves. So, Mr. President, I would urge you to continue supporting particularly this area that is clear to us that if we are committed to develop this country, we can be able to commit to develop this country, expand our opportunities, and create more employment for our young men and women. Let me end there by saying,